All right, bro. I got you. Yes, yes, people. Yes, yes, people. We are here. We are live. You know who I am. It's your host with the most, the bridge 258. Of course, here today to give you that latest Chelsea transfer news. I know I'm doing it rather late than I usually do, which is at 1 a.m. British Standard Time. But I had to do it today because there's been a lot of big breaking news. Obviously, if you're coming in from Hussein's channel, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, boys. Like, share, subscribe helps your boy out, helps me out, helps everyone else out here. So please make sure to like, share, subscribe. I'm almost at 2K. If you guys could subscribe, it would be a big help to your boy over here as well. So please do so. Now, just quickly on the Copa America game, because that's the one that's going on as of right now. You know what I mean? Chelsea Nation, Pies Nation, we've been cooking. You know what I mean? Scored our first goal today. So it's been a big pleasure from us from that standpoint at the end of the day. So listen, we've been cooking on that one still, but there's been a lot of news that's been coming out today, of course. Obviously, there's been some big things in regards to it, which is in regards to obviously the Elise Nation. Elise, snub, whatever, man. Listen, big up to my guy Somali Flame. Always a pleasure to have you guys here, as always. So the first stuff we're definitely going to be talking about, which is first and foremost, is obviously going to be in regards to the Isak news. Which again, if you've watched this Ahmed Abdi's Chelsea football channel, you would know my school of thought on it, which is that it is very unlikely to happen, and I've said that many a time beforehand. Big up to my guy Kingsman7. Big up to everyone that's coming along from the other chat. Always a pleasure to have you guys here. So let's bring that first section up right now as we, of course, speak. And let's bear me for a moment. I'll do that for you. Bish bash bong. Right. So here we go. And here is the news. If I just do quick present, and this is the first one that we need to do. And this is obviously the first big part of the breaking news, which is that breaking conversation have taken place between Chelsea and Newcastle over Alexander Isak. The Blues have indicated they want to sign the Swedish international. Now, the news here is a bit obviously disingenuous for a number of reasons, right? For many a fact, which is because as we will find out later, Chelsea only made an inquiry. Apparently, Chelsea have made an inquiry for Isak. Newcastle want that are more than 150 million, and doubt Chelsea can afford to do so. So clearly, the wage that they're asking, that the price they're asking is going to be a bit too much for us. But again, it's not going to be possible. And also, big up to Fabrizio Romano. He also, for Matt Law, also confirmed Chelsea are not signing Isak due to money involved, which is pretty much factual, as I've said before. Like, this guy is way too expensive for us as of right now. And again, if he is too expensive for us, yeah, I want people to also realize this gentleman as well is gonna be this guy. Yeah, is also gonna be another one that is not gonna happen at all. If I can bring that one up for you guys right now, and that is from my guy. Come on. Where is he? Antonio Conte. Big up to my guys, Arman Ali. Thank you for being here as always. Guys, I'm almost at 1.4k. If I just need 12 of you to subscribe, please. If 12 of you can subscribe, it'll help me out as well. But Antonio Conte and Romelu Lukaku as top target for Napoli. He's an excellent player, top player. There's nothing else to say. You always hope to have your a player like Romelu on your side and not against you. And he doesn't really mention here as well the other gentleman that we always speak about around here, and that is of course on Victor Osimhen. Now, again, Victor Osimhen is set to leave the club. That's already been stated apparently by a lot of Napoli guys. But I just think for me, at the end of the day, the contract size and a lot of the other stuff included for him, I thought it's just going to make the package way too high as of right now. So as such, for me personally, when it comes down to it, again, he's not happening. So listen, we move on that one still, and just like that, what was it called? Ecuador just made it 3-1 against Thingy. Big up to my guy Somali Flame. As long as we have Sterling in the books, we are going to miss out on the likes of Isak. I think it's a bit more bigger than that, bro. I don't think the club are willing to break their wage budget for quite a few players currently in the market right now. So as such, I think for me, it is quite unlikely as of right now that we see anything of that sort happening. So if that is the case, in my personal opinion, do not be too surprised if you see the likes of this not happening as of right now. So that's just, of course, my school of thought and opinion on this one still. But again, we'll see later on. But I don't think Lukaku is going to happen, sadly. This is what I was talking about. So listen, don't be too surprised by that. So this is the one I wanted to speak about at the end of the day. Now, in regards to the other striking news, there was some other reports as well in regards to obviously my guy Marc Guiu, Marc Guiu, which is that Barcelona tried to extend Marc Guiu's contract offer him and improve salary and a higher release clause. They made more than two proposals to sign him in recent months to change his mind, but Huey was convinced to join Chelsea. So clearly, Chelsea's convincing has been working wonders. And the other thing is this: he's signed a 6-year deal and is going to be a first team player. Uh, just quickly to answer this one, I think Pies is a really good player. Again, very good wonder kid. I like what he's been doing. He's been cooking really right now in the Copa America and everything. But again, I don't want us to be rushing this player into the first team. You want to give this guy a bit more time, a little bit of pressure off of him. You want to give him that time to bed into the team, almost like a Phil Foden did at Man City, such that when he's in here and he's playing the regular team football, he's actually playing to an extremely high level. You don't want to be risking a scenario where he's not playing to that level straight away. So as such, for me, I want him to be relaxed. I want him to be given as much levity as possible. Now, in regards going back to Huey, this is interesting for me because this means for me he's probably going to be either our number two striker. Yeah, if we are not able to get a target fast, he's going to be the number two striker to compete of Jackson, or he's more than likely going to be the third striker in the team, the guy that they keep in the team because of the fact we've now got Conference League now, Euro Conference League included with the other three competitions we are in. It seems to me more than likely now that Huey's going to be a part of that one at the end of the day. So as such, when it comes down to it, be prepared for Huey to be the guy that's going to be there consistently doing the stuff that a lot of the players want, a lot of the team need at the end of the day. So, hey, he's the guy that's going to be there. Now, again, he's a very young talent, and the fact they're not, and again, managing him is very limited. So I'm going to have to see what he does in preseason. If he impresses in preseason, then listen, he can be on the bench and maybe he can create some stuff for us. But at the end of the day, I am not so much moved by him as of currently, bro. I'll be very honest on him at the end of the day. But listen, we'll see what happens here. But at the end of the day, they brought it for 6 million. Not much harm can happen from that one at the end of the day. The next thing I want to talk about right now is on this comment by Enzo Fernandez. And so this is about Enzo Fernandez comments about the Olympics. And he says, I did everything possible to be in the Olympics. Pochettino had given me the okay. There was a change of coach and the club changed its position. I did everything possible to be there. I apologize to Mash. I want to be there. I hope it happens another time. So clearly, what's happened here is that Enzo Fernandez, it's not going to be a part of the Olympic squad, as you can see. It happens, bro. At the end of the day, we need him there. The team needs him more than anything there as well. I think we also need to realize, we've got a new manager in Enzo Maresca. We need him to be with the players as much as possible to be able to get, the style of play working, to be able to get, understand the players as well, and try to put them in the best position possible. This is also including the fact, remember, Argentina is a week behind the Euros, so they're still doing their group stage stuff right now. Their probably group stage is going to end at the end of this week, right, and early next week. So he's going to be coming in a lot later than a lot of people are expecting. So again, when you look at that and when you see some things like that, it does bring into question, as I said to many of you guys before previously, that, again, you need to be getting as much time as possible with him. If you can, now it's looking like we're going to be able to do so. And listen, I understand Olympics are important for the country, but you've won them the World Cup and you're possibly now on your way to win your country a Copa America. You can always go back and do it again in another year's time, bro. So listen, chill out respectfully, bro. And we need you right now, bro, especially how we weren't able to perform last season. We needed to be performing and playing really well as of right now. So as such, for me personally, I can't, bro. I need you right now as much as possible. So I can't, I can't, personally, for me personally, let you just go out there to perform and do other stuff. Huey getting 100k a week. He's definitely a first team player. I don't think he's gonna. I don't know where this 100k a week has come from. If you can confirm that for me, it'd be much appreciated. But I've not heard about him getting 100k a week, bro. If he has been getting 100k a week, it'll be really nice for you guys to inform me to do so. Guys, I am obviously 10 minutes into the show. Continue obviously to like, share, subscribe. I am currently 12 away from 1.4k. 12 away from 1.4k. There's 150 of you guys in here. If 12 of you have not subscribed, which I'm pretty sure they aren't, please make sure to do so. That's a subscribe. That's one button. Bang. And it's very easy to do so, bro. Thank you very much. And listen, I want to actually just talk a bit more about some of the stuff about Chelsea, because there's been a lot of news that about the striker situation. There was even a rumor that came out today about the fact that Chelsea are willing to go up to 60 million. Yeah, it was it called to go and get was it called Samuel Omoridion. And if that happens, by the way, guys, yeah, if we spend 60 million to get Samuel Meridian, we are cooked. We are so cooked, by the way. We cannot be allowing a guy that's only got 9 goals, yeah, in what's it called La Liga, and possibly has not played well at all, yeah, to be get to be paid 60 million, pounds to be able to get him. Do you know how ridiculous that is? That means that you are basically making a signing similar to Mudryk, where you're saying, I believe in this guy 110%. He's the guy that's going to lead us to glory. He's going to do everything we can to make sure that he can reach us to that next level. So I do not want that to happen, and I do not want that to be the case, bro. If that happens, bro, we are cooked. Wallahi. We are actually well and truly cooked. So let's hope, yeah, that does not happen at all, because Samuel Omeridion is not worth 60 million pounds. Now, in regards to the striker market, bros, yeah, I know the club is actively searching for managers, trying to get strikers. I honestly think, yeah, if we just get this Huey guy, no one else as a striker, I am more than happy for us to leave it like that, bro. I've said this previously. I've said this many times before. Isak, you've tried to get, he's not going to happen. Obviously, the other gentleman, in regards to Osimhen, not possible from you guys from a financial standpoint. What you said before, if we're and John Durant apparently is asking for too high of wages, okay, those three are gone. But if I see the club try to go for Jonathan David, no thank you. I don't want to see the club go for Samuel Meridian, no thank you. Yeah, and any other striker of that ilk or within that age range, the club has to be saying no towards. Like, I'm sorry to say this, they are not at our level right now. They are not at our level, and we should not be advocating for or deciding for that sort of thing to be happening at our football club, first and foremost. If we are currently on a budget and we are not able to meet these guys, as such, let's act like we're on a budget. Don't do too much. Don't do too little. Let's not get involved in this stuff which we are going to be dilly-dallying towards. So let's not do that at all at the end of the day. Those are just my thoughts and opinions, by the way. So again, you guys may disagree. You guys maybe let me know in the comments. You can always super chat or just put in a comment and I will answer it straight away for you boys, as always. So we move on that one still. Now, let's talk about this one, which has rather annoyed me. I have to say, this has annoyed me the most, if anything, about the stuff of Chelsea, which is obviously Chelsea are interested in signing defender Murillo. Nottingham Forest want 50.7 million, and this is of course from UOL, which is the main Brazilian newspaper that's coming from. And they've also mentioned in initial contacts, Chelsea have said they would not reach their request and therefore are considering offering 2 players and another amount of money to make the deal. And Fabrizio has also been quoted saying, let me just bring out the Fabrizio quote, because this came out while I was on Al Ahwa, funnily enough. This is it. And he says, I can reveal Chelsea asked for information on Murillo. And he's also mentioned that Chelsea are looking for a talented defender, left-footed as well. So clearly the Chelsea is looking for an LCB right now. We are looking for an LCB. Yep, exactly. Resalable, I agree with you 100%, bro. It's been constant PR, right? And I also think, yeah, the targets we're looking at are all crazy, bro. You've gone from, what was it called, yeah, Samuel Meridian and John Durant to then, what was it called, Isak, Jonathan David, and was it called, yeah, Maximilian Meyer, yeah? Those 2 of them fit the same pattern. 3 of them do not fit the same pattern, by the way. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, this is the issue right now, yeah? 2 of them fit the same pattern in Samuel Omoridion, right? And was it called John Duran? And then 3 of them, Maximilian Bayer. Was it called Jonathan Isak and the other gentleman who's Jonathan David? Those 3 fit the same model. So for me personally, it just feels like the club is trying to bring in a striker for a striker's sake. Which, if this is the case, yeah, is a very, very, very stupid idea for me personally, because we should not be doing that at the end of the day. We should not be doing that. We should not be trying to do, try to be bringing in a striker for a striker's sake. We should be analyzing, be doing our job very well to be making sure we know who we're going for and who we're trying to target, and not do this dilly-dallying nonsense, as I've said before. Now, just going back to this one quickly, yeah. I want to go back to the obviously the defender route. Murillo, I know a lot of people think he's been good. He's had a decent season at Nottingham Forest and he's a top player, but I'm sorry, Murillo is not for me personally. 50.7 million, yeah, is outrageous for a player like him. I personally feel, yeah, if you are going to be going for someone, there's someone there whose price range is what's it called, 50 million euros, 45 million pounds in the club's range, yeah, of bringing in players on that wage. I'm just typing in, yeah, literally, what's it called, um his name, and that is Califiori, right? Cali Calafiori, right here, literally, yeah. This gentleman right here, left-footed, DF, can play left back and left-sided centre back for us. Is left-footed, talented. Bologna are asking for a 50 million euro fee for him, right, which is 45 million pounds. We can reach it. You look at his wage; it's easily achievable with the Chelsea wage structure right now, right? Top player. The statistics here don't lie in regards to him, in regards to how good he is, how well he's able to play. You look at his assisting; he's even a very good assister. Something that, of course, we've had a few issues with when it comes to Korea, when it comes forward to the pitch, where he's not been able to provide that level of oomph, that level of impetus in regards to it. Able to create good shots for himself. You look at his progressive passes; it's all right, but his carries are even better, which shows that he's an even better left back in that scenario too. It's a very good, successful take on, which means he's able to take on his man and beat him, such that even if I want to play him as a left back and I want him to be a bit more of an overlapping one at times, he can do that for me too. Even in midfield, if he's going to be in there as well, right? I'm telling you, bro. And then you look at him in terms of like his defending wise, good tackler, great interception, which means that he's very good at positional awareness, something you're gonna need in the what's it called in the system under Enzo Maresca. And you look at he's good at blocking, generally good at winning headers. He's a tall player as well. Like, listen, this is why, by the way, yeah. Listen, this is why for me, by the way, yeah. If you're gonna spend 50.7 million, yeah, for him, don't spend 57.7 million on Murillo. You've got a guy here who's better already, and is much more cheaper for you. 5 million cheaper. 5 million. He's 5 million cheaper for you. You could probably do a 40 plus 5 million deal to get this guy into the club. You know what I'm saying? Why are we going for Murillo when we're going for someone when we can get someone like him, which is a much better option to do so? That's all I have to say, man. Honestly, big up to my guy Joe. We should have brought my Eritrean brother Isak in, but we don't have the facilities for that. You know what the issue is, Joe? We probably have the facilities, yeah, in terms of actually buying him, yeah. But I just don't think the wages are gonna be successful enough for him. Big up to my guy Yaka Sil, the Pirates guy Holy. We got, of course, bro, definitely good. Big up to my guy Information Supreme. First time I'm seeing you here. Thank you for subscribing. I think obviously this is the first time I've seen you here, bro. And he says, are Chelsea fans concerned by the amount of players being linked? What happened to doing business quickly and quietly? Information Supreme, I don't know if you know, bro. Just quickly, Joey, if you want a link, let me know and I'll send it to you, of course. So this is something I've been speaking about quite heavily, Information Supreme. The issue I've always had here, is that one of the things I will give credit to the Marina era and everything like that is that the deals were not out there in the open. The only thing I used to hear was advanced and here we go. Advanced and here we go. Usually, yeah, they were acting like they were the mafia, by the way, under our own ownership, which technically they could be as well, if you're being honest, right? But they were able to this new ownership here. Fabrizio Romano has almost become like a fan page for us, bro. We're finding out, by the way, yeah, like we're finding out that they've literally been what's it called, who we're scouting. He knows who we're scouting. He knows who we like. He knows who we're linked to. Yeah, everything's coming out. Yeah, like water. It's actually kind of like really annoying me too. Like the best clubs, by the way, and I've said this before, the best clubs, yeah, work best here when their information is not out there. I would rather hear who our number one targets are, and then after that, all I'm hearing is advanced, and here we go. I don't mind that. But the thing is, we know who, what's it called? Journalists knew who was scoured, who we've, gotten, who we're doing everything for. I think the other issue they've also got, right, by the way, too, which I don't actually find not many people speak about as well, yeah, is that, listen, big up to the IT case. They're doing their thing, but they're getting leaked too. They're getting leaked everything too, by the way. And that's adding to, the issue as well, right? Which is that they're getting leaks and they're obviously releasing it, and then that becomes into the wider media. You're then getting leaks also from the regular guys as well, regular guys as well, which is from the journalists, and that just it makes it look like all of our news is out there in the open. But at the same time, I've had some people say that maybe this is the club way of trying to make people like look the one way and then see them try to get someone else the other way, like almost do the smoke screen scenario as they did with the manager, which I'm not too sure I even personally believe in, to be honest. So it is crazy. Of course I have to, bro. Of course I have to. Let me know if you want a link though, bro. Need Cavaradona 100 million. Listen, I would love to bring him in. 100 million, bro, 120 million, 100 million for him. I would do it, bro. I would pay that money for him, by the way. But the issue is, yeah, and I think the wages would actually not be an issue for Cavaradona. And ironically, I think we could provide him a good amount of wages, which he would be accepting. But the question is the club going to go after him? You never know. Big up Ahmed. Big up to my guy A Solomon. Always a pleasure. Guys, I'm 10 away, by the way, from 1.4K. Please, I know there's 161 of you here. 10 of you, please subscribe. And I'm at 1.4K, please. It would be always a pleasure. Thank you very much. Sorry, bro. This is a closed stream, my friend. What's it called? This is a closed stream, my brother Solomon. Thank you for asking, though. But as you can see, if you go to my comment section, I've got a playback. I'm going to be doing a calling show. Today is obviously Wednesday, but on Friday, I'm going to be technically it's Thursday right now in the UK. On Friday, 28th, at the same around about 5 p.m., I'm going to be doing a calling show. So again, make sure to tune in at 5 p.m. Again, 5 p.m. UK time. Big up to my guy A Solomon. Always a pleasure, bro. Thank you for gifting 5 memberships. So congratulations to Joey, Aya, Young Thakuri, Adeleki, AK4P for all getting a membership. I hope these directors, they are not getting paid. They're not getting paid making inquiries. Of course, bro. Of course, bro. It's really annoying, by the way. It's absolutely annoying. I agree with you on that aspect too. Like, because making inquiries is like the regular thing, right? You always need to make an inquiry, right? You need to also be making a lot of stuff, right? That makes sense. The issue I have here, and I think Information Supreme is correct, like having this many links is obviously going to unsettle the players because the players, of course, are going to be hearing consistently that there's someone always coming after them. Like, you must feel for Madueke on some level when you're hearing about Olise all the time, rather than just hearing Olise's come to the club. You know what I mean? That would have been the much more better and efficient way of bringing the brother into the football club too. So, again, tomato. Looks like Napoli want to sell Oshi, but no buyer. Everyone knows he's not worth it. Yeah, that might be true. I honestly think EPL turf. Yeah, I think Joey's correct in saying this, by the way, too, when he says that the best way that he might be able to leave, yeah, is if Napoli are starting to reduce their price. If they continue to do so, and then you're able to get a deal done for him. So maybe that's just the best way to get stuff done. Otherwise, you're in danger, as they say. And I think also the fact that he has already mentioned the place that he wants to stay is very interesting too. No problem, bro. Make sure to be there, though, bro, because I definitely want to have a conversation with my fellow Chelsea fans. Yep, W for my guy, Thingy. Big up to my guy, Armand. I agree. Send me a link. Oh, yes, to send it to you right now, bro. I feel Madueke needs to be challenged. The thing is, Solomon, you know what I would say to that, bro? He was last season. He was challenged because guess who he had to face? Who was next to him? He had my guy, none other than guess who he had there? He had Cole Palmer there. He was playing on the right wing consistently. Yeah, he was challenging him for that spot. So, in many a way, Madueke was being severely challenged in that position. Even right now, boys, as we speak, it's more than likely that Palmer's playing right wing and Madueke is the understudy. And then Kuka's going to be the main guy that's going to be starting as your number 10 in the team. So I think Solomon, I would kind of disagree with you on that aspect because I feel like there's guys that are going to compete with him. Even if you don't rate Omari Hutchinson, for example, who may possibly be sold, right? Omari Hutchinson's like obviously going to be there. You also got guys like Pius and Esteval, right, and who are going to be here next season, who are going to be challenging this guy a lot too. So there's a lot of competition, I would argue, in his position right now. So if he's not challenged now, I would be very worried personally. If he's not being challenged right now, I have to say, I would be personally quite worried about that at all. I don't really like the chaos. I'm just waiting until the dust settles. I 100% agree, bro. I just personally like, when news is homogenous and there's no smoke screens and nothing's been hidden. Because otherwise, all you're doing here is just, setting yourself up for massive failure. And you do not want that to be the case at all at the end of the day. But again, that's just me personally. Big Mike also mentions the fact that Chelsea should try to get Champions League spot. Then we cook 2025 excited. Again, they have to get it, to be honest, Big Mike, because if they don't get it, bro, You know what I mean? We need to get UCL football this season. Like it's a must for us to get UCL football. Otherwise, we also setting us up for failure too at the end of the day. So listen, it's a must at the end of the day, whether we like it or not. But just going back quickly to this point about my guy, Noni Madueke. Madueke has got enough pressure, my boy Solomon. So don't you worry about that, Chief. Don't you worry about that, Chief. Because otherwise, we would be in big trouble if Madueke was not obviously, a bit worried. Big up to my guy Joey for being here. Let me put my headphones on so you can listen to him too. There we go.
Should be working. Hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, bro.
Okay, cool.
What are your thoughts, bro? Because obviously this news came out today. Oops, let me bring it up quickly. Which is that Chelsea are looking at a talented defender, left-footed, and they've asked about Murillo apparently, and they've also and I've also been saying Calafiori is a better option personally for me. But what are your thoughts, bro?
Sorry, I'm eating.
That's all right, man. Honestly, I can wait, man. Eat your food and then come back. Honestly, I'll be fine.
So basically, I don't disagree with you.
Yeah.
I don't know why all of a sudden it's center backs though.
But I don't know,
personally,
yeah.
Like, what's the reasoning? Like, are they going to move Levi Colwell or Badia Shield? Like, what is the reasoning?
Bro, this for me, bro, I've said this before, bro. I said this to you yesterday about Badia Shield. Maybe he doesn't rate one of Levi Colwell Badia Shield. And I said this previously to you, by the way, as well, that there must be a player they don't think is going to fit fully into that system. I personally, I'm not sure it's going to be, what's it called? I'm not sure if it's Colwell or if it's Badia Shield. Because I've heard the idea of it being Badia Shield, right, in a sense, and obviously you were refuting that, but I honestly think it might be him, more so than Colwell, honestly.
Why though? Why do you think it's Badia Shield?
Because I think if it was Levi Colwell, I feel like it would be more so known in the news. Do you not think so? If it was Levi Colwell, I feel like it would be out in the news. Like, you've seen the way they've been linking this guy away. You would know if it was Levi Colwell more so than anything. They've done it for Chalobah, where they've outright stated, that he's literally he's literally not wanted by the club. But do you not think they would be like, Levi Colwell does not fit the manager system, so we're gonna move him on?
I don't think so, bro. I don't know. I don't know if either of them like I don't really think that either of them don't like I think both of them really fit Maresca's system in the end. Like we're talking about like Badia Shield. If we're talking about pace, like on a player, on like a defender, like he was playing with like Vestergaard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I hear you, bro. But like, this is the question. Like, why are we going after the for me is why are you going after a left-footed defender? So for me, personally, that's where the question begins, right? Because it either means the guys that you have you may not value,
but if you told me a left-footed defender that could play left back, then that makes sense, right? Like, Murillo doesn't make sense. Yeah. Murillo doesn't make sense. Like, if you're telling me Hincape or Calafiori, like either of those two guys, which I think we get Hincape personally. Like, I think that's the one we end up getting. Like, I think it sends. That's what I'm saying. But if Hincape plays left back. He played left back. I just finished watching Ecuador. He was playing left back the entire game.
Yeah, me too.
He was playing left back the entire game.
Even Colwell was a poor defender, even a left back, you should have some characteristics of a good defender. He did not show any. That's I don't get why we are going after LCBs. We're definitely so fine with Levi and Badge. I agree with you, Will. So that's why for me it's very confusing. Like, when I saw this news today, and then I saw even the news about what's it called, Murillo, I was shocked. I was like, Murillo? Are we seriously going to be going after? Listen, I know a lot of people think he's had a good season, but I'm not really moved by a guy like Murillo personally, bro. I don't know about you, bro.
I mean, I don't think he's a bad player by any means. Like, if you're asking me,
is he like a floor raiser, bro? That's the question. Like, I feel like now,
bro, are we buying floor raisers? Are we buying floor raisers? Have we been buying floor raisers? Like, I feel like we've been mostly buying like options that are like, I don't know, that are all potential. for the most part.
Yeah, I know, bro. If you're gonna try left foot defender, get a one who can play it. That has to be the aim. Well,
That has to be the aim. Will
yeah,
that has to be what we do in the end. Like it
exactly.
literally doesn't make sense for us to go get a left-footed defender, and especially the way that Maresca plays. Right? It's like Maresca plays in a system where the left-sided center, the left
Oh,
that the left back almost turns into a left-sided center back in a back three.
100%, bro.
So like a guy like Calafiori or Hincape makes perfect sense in the end.
Exactly.
If we're talking about that, it makes perfect sense.
Oh,
But if we're talking
you're a little bit stacky.
Murillo,
You're a little bit
all
static,
right,
bro.
I'll go to my computer. 1 second.
All right.
I'll be back.
All right, no problem, bro. While Joey is back, I'm just gonna meet him temporarily. Yeah, I get that. That's what I'm saying to you. I feel like for me personally, an LCB who can play as your left back too, because of Aramba, Chilwell has some level of inconsistency too, which we've all spoken about, and the fact that we feel like he may not fit into the system too, right? So as such, again, bringing in a Calafiori and Hincape makes the most sense. Now we have been linked with Hincape because we got linked to him yesterday. By the way, we also got linked with my guy. What's the gentleman's name? I'm forgetting his name too. There's another guy that we got linked with. Not Calafiori. There was someone else that we got linked with. Escapes my mind at the end of the day, right? Oh, there's two. We got this one, so I'm gonna remove him at the end of the day, right? So I'm really moved by the new Kukure. Oh yeah, listen, Kukure has been cooking, bro. Listen, yeah, Hincapié and California, yeah, those two I think are the two guys you really should be looking at to be helping to improve your system at the end of the day. It's really as simple as that. There's like no other two ways about it. Yup, guys, more than half an hour in, 144 of you guys in here and counting. Continue to like, share, subscribe. Continue to like, share, subscribe. We are 6 away from 1.4K. 6 away from 1.4K, bro. There's 6 of you guys that are not subscribed here, man. Just hit the subscribe button, bang, and it helps your boy out to get bigger, better, and stronger. Thank you very much. But yeah, I just want to literally like, if you look at even a guy like Hincapié, right? I'm gonna show you guys Hincapié. Let me bring up Joey too, right? On here, like, oops, I spelled his name wrong. Hin. Right, Hincapié. First things first, he fits the wage bill fast. We can probably double his wage, and it will come to us straight away. Right? He's literally on 33K a week. Right?
Oh, beautiful. That makes me even more that
exactly. Exactly. You look at him, yeah. Tackling wise, it's quite decent. Maybe interception wise, not as great, but again, that's something you can probably improve upon as you within a system. But you look at him, successful take-ons is quite decent. Good at carrying the ball too. Particularly if he's going to be an inverted midfielder, right? Someone that's going to invert possibly as the left back potentially. He's going to be able to do that. Good at making good progressive passes around. But Tosin, one of the reasons we brought him for was because of the fact that he can almost pass forward, and find his guys. You've also got guys like that's progressive. Guys like Levi Cole who can do that for you too. So again, you want to get a ball playing centre backs, guys that can see the winger make the run and then hit them on the thing too. Can't Hincapié play CDM too, bro? Or am I bugging?
He did play a bit of CDM for it was for Leverkusen.
I think so, right? Maybe
when somebody got hurt, I forget
exactly. So again, another thing about Hincapié, look at that's good level of versatility. So maybe let's say you might want to say be like, I need a little bit more experience in CDM, and maybe I'm not gonna be able to trust.
And he just came up a title-winning season too.
Exactly, and you're like maybe Uguchukwu. I can't necessarily trust him right now if it's like a big game. You can bring.
We should put these two. We should put the numbers against each other, bro.
I don't know how to do that. Do you know how to do that, bro?
I don't know how to do that. Under FBF ref, I don't think you. Oh yeah. Go do similar players. Go scroll down, bro. Scroll down.
Similar players. That's Bastoni though. He's really good.
Keep going down.
Nope. No.
That doesn't make too much sense. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I'll let you handle that one. Yeah. Big up to my guy Seniac, bro. Always nice to see you. Hincapié's a good player, bro. I've known. I'll show you Calafiori. I just literally had him on just a second ago, bro. That's Duran actually. There we go. Yeah. So this is Calafiori. Even Calafiori again. He's on 12K a week at Bologna. That's kind of insane, by the way. He's only on 12K a week at Bologna.
He's only on 12K a week. Well, he's getting paid.
Yeah, you look at him. This is Calafiori defensively. His stats are very good, by the way. Tackling wise, he's 1.8 tackles per game. His interceptions, yeah, is insane. He's on the 96th percentile, by the way, of what's it called, tackle of interceptions in a game. And that for me, by the way, yeah, is key because that shows positional awareness. He understands what the surroundings, his surroundings, and who's around him, and who the player is that's who the attacking players that are going to be attacking him are as well. So for me personally, when I'm looking at stuff like this, yeah, interception wise, that shows me like he's at least aware of his surroundings quite well. He's got a good blocking rate. And again, if we are worried about the height issue, right? If there's like, I know a lot of people, Chelsea fans, are like, oh, we got too many short players. Calafiori is able to win his headers too. You know what I mean? Can win his headers quite easily as well. So at least from defensive standpoint, he's strong. You look at this though, even if you maybe were like, yeah, I need a guy, that's what's it called, that needs to be a bit more of a driver that can take on his man as a fullback, just in case we may need to change up the system every now and then. Maybe we'll invert the right back and then the left back can be a bit more of the attacker. You look at him, he's very high in successful take-ons in terms of his fellow defenders, right? Very decent at that, good at he's got progressive carries is very high, can carry the ball quite well too. So again, you look at a lot of his statistics, by the way, very good. He's really decent, by the way, too. So again, those are two good options. Exactly, bro. Thank you for bringing that one up too, CNAC. 6'2". So again, the height issue, yeah, you're kind of negating that, yeah. Even if you have two midfielders that are a bit short, if all of your other defenders are really tall, that's not really much of an issue. And if we're being honest, by the way, our attackers, like Nicholas Jackson, 6 foot something, Madueke, if he starts 6 foot something too, he can head the ball out too. So you got a lot of tall players there in general. So from even if I'm doing the little joke about my guy Pochettino used to do, where he's like, oh, we need tall guys. You've got tall guys now in droves if you bring any of those two in. So again for me, by the way, yeah, I'm just like, bring one of those two in. Murillo, I'm just not understanding the interest in him. Like, I don't understand why we would go for a guy like Murillo personally. He does not move he does not move my needle. Let me preface that. He does not move my needle personally. And secondly, he's not going to be able to be that level of the level of adaptability that we probably need as well from the team.
I just don't understand. He doesn't defend normally. He's not someone who defends wide spaces that well anyways.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just maybe. Yeah. I'm watching it on the side, bro. I'm watching on the side too, CNAC. Yeah, I just saw. I'm seeing the pics.
Yeah,
to be honest, I can't lie, this year's draft is not moving.
It's whack. It's fuck
bad. Quite bad. Moving Ahmed's needle. Yes, Adam CFC. If you listen, if you're good enough,
I still have to see what the Knicks do.
Bro, you are spending money, man. I have to give you guys credit, man. Spending a lot of money. Press on compare top 5 Solomon said, then I can do that. Thank you, A Solomon, for letting me know. Did not know I could do that. Compare and then I can.
It's right there. You just missed him. He's on the list.
No, that was Bastoni. No,
look at the bottom. Pierre
Oh, damn.
Just hit compare. You just have to hit compare.
Oh, my apologies then.
He's on the list.
Single
They're
player.
literally the same kind of player.
Okay, so come on.
But it doesn't do the percentages for some reason, which I don't understand why.
Why is it doing it in this data? I don't want to see it in this level of detail, my friend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
What? You ready? No.
All right, so it is what it is. Well, this one we can't find at all. Every team has infinite money, so no salary cap except the Bucks, I swear. Well, that's the Bucks for you, mate. You know what I mean? To be honest, you got two guys that got are getting paid a lot of money, by the way. So the Knicks might get LeBron, by the way. Add him and listen. Oh, if they pick Bronny James,
I'm good.
If you pick Bronny James, maybe you might get him.
I'm good,
never know, bro. That's crazy, man. But listen, we move on. Oh, there we go, lovely. So does everyone. But listen, I want actually at the end of the day, one of those two defenders is what I would probably be aiming for at the end of the day. Let's make that happen. Simple as that. So rather than Murillo, by the way, who honestly I just don't understand what was going through our mind for Murillo. on that one. What do you think about the news about Isak, by the way? Like that, I feel like that's just like a somewhat the club just made an inquiry, and I feel like everyone is just trying to gas it up. Basically, I don't know about you. That's what it sounds like to me with him. Bless you.
So, what I think about the Isak deal is that I'm going to go exactly back to our conversation that we had yesterday, Ahmed. About this is I'm talking specifically about our tinfoil hat theory.
Of course,
it means that they're still looking for a Marquee signing.
Of course,
that's what it means. That's what this means. They're still looking
correct.
for a Marquee signing, and they're diverting your attention to the guy they want. They've been linked with 12 strikers. You don't think they're talking to the guy they want?
Probably are.
Just saying.
Fair enough, man. You heard it from here. You heard it from Joey first. Joey tinfoil hat theory, by the way. We're gonna get Osimhen at the end of the day. So, hey, man, if that's the guy you guys want, well, he might happen for sure. He might happen for sure. And where is this one? So yeah, obviously, as you guys know, Mudryk actually did get kicked out of the Euros. He wasn't even in the squad. I think was injured actually. So hey, he's going to be coming back a lot sooner than expected at the very least. What do you think about this comment, by the way? This guy Poch is actually a crook. He really just said play the Euros. I don't care. He actually is a crook, Poch.
Yeah.
I swear to God, he's the biggest crook ever. I don't know about you, bro. Honestly, when I read this quote,
I can't stand the fucking guy. I can't stand the fucking guy.
Oh my God. Yeah, it feels that the deal collapsed, and that's why Mikel's been blasting our team towards the end of the season. I don't really think so. I think he just wants us to sign him, and because he's obviously mates with him. And Chelsea, I think, are just being a bit more attentive and realizing that they don't want to spend that high on him. Honestly, that's all it is, man. And then now, obviously, the fact that Napoli is trying to now backtrack and they're trying to force Kvaratskhelia to stay, it seems to be more likely that they're trying to reduce the price as much as possible and trying to get Lukaku too. At the same time, that's all it is. Jerry seriously wants to say they call me a madman in the Thanos voice. Fair enough. I don't think we'll get Osimhen, but I see how the series commentator day by day. Fair enough from me, bro. Fair enough from me. There was this news, by the way, too, that I think adds to Jerry's theory, which actually came out today from Simon Johnson of the Athletic. So again, Athletic are probably the most reliable when it comes down to this type of news. So if they're saying it, then you're more than likely to believe it, by the way. So, and that is that Chelsea are willing to break the wage structure, by the way. So I'm just gonna bring that up right now for everybody, because he literally said that Chelsea are willing to break the wage structure. Which, if I can get it out, bloody hell, what's going on? How many tweets have been sent? Yeah, this is it. There is no strict wage policy in place at Chelsea. Cases will be judged on individual places. If it is not possible, if it is not as if they have ruled out the possibility of offering a player the kind of salary Bayern did to Olise ever again, but the numbers achieved would have to justify it more than Olise or Williams have managed in their careers. So essentially, they're saying that if you have the numbers, the stats to show it, we will basically give you the money. That's what they're saying. We will give you the money if you put the stats.
If you have the stats to back it up, like Jimmy was saying on Lewis's channel today. If you have the stats to back it up, then nothing matters, bro.
But then for me, the question is, do they not believe necessarily that Ulysses is going to be able to break it though? Like, do you not think he could give you that level of stats that would justify the money you're going to give him though? Because
I don't necessarily. I don't know if you take it that way though, because then you have to give Palmer the same exact stats because he's outperformed them in the last 2 years. Palmer did. Let me put this into perspective. Olise's numbers in 2 years still doesn't equal what Palmer did last year.
Big up, bro. Big up, bro.
And almost 50 plus games, he still didn't put up the same numbers that Palmer did. So
there's a reason why they wanted Dybala despite his. Well, I think the Dybala thing would have happened ages ago, bro. I don't think the club wanted Dybala. By the way, they would have made Dybala happen if they wanted him. Like literally, he was literally had a 10 million release clause, bro. They could have paid that with ease, knowing this club. But the way it's closer to than Olise is to someone like Reece or Nkuku. Okay, fair enough, man. If that's what you believe. But guys, over 45 minutes in, literally I'm 5 away from 1.4k. Literally 5 away from 1.4k. There's 150 of you guys in here. Make sure to subscribe, please. Be much appreciated, as I always say. But yeah, that was the only other bit of news that really came out. And again, by the way, guys, again, let me just remove this quickly. I want people to realize this, by the way. The new season, the new transfer like period for the PSR starts on Monday, by the way. Monday. So again, which is the 1st of July, right? Next week Monday. Next week Monday is the 1st of July, right? Yep, it is. So next week July is the first week of it's next week Monday. And I think for me, what's gonna be happening now towards tomorrow, which is Thursday, today, which is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, is that you're going to be seeing a lot more Chelsea leaks heating up about Chelsea starting to negotiate with players and actual prices, by the way, because now they can prep themselves for the new PSR season, essentially. So don't be surprised if you start seeing Chelsea, start putting in bids again and actually and getting deals, across the line, again this season. So again, sorry, towards the end of this week, by the way. So don't be too surprised. Palmer literally had a better year than most clubs' best players. Yup, I agree. How about this one? Madueke, yeah, it's closer to least than Olise is to Palmer. That is true. This is absurd for someone who wouldn't start over Palmer. That is true. Again, I will have to see, man. Again, he's going to Bayern. Let's see if he's able to, let's see if he's able to actually handle the situation there. Because if he's not, he's in big trouble. That's what I will say. That's what I will say to him. And obviously, there was a report today by Fabrizio in regards to actual on Lukaku, which is that AC Milan and Napoli are the two clubs from Italy that are trying to vie for, are vying for Lukaku. So who do you think is going to get him? Do you think it's just going to be Napoli that's going to be able to get him? Do you think, or do you think it's going to be AC Milan? How about this one?
Bring up all the Fabrizio tweets. We'll talk about all the Fabrizio tweets. They all link together to the Osimhen deal, in my opinion.
I actually can't find his other tweet on that one. Where is it? Right. I just said it out loud right now. Oh, I need to go to this one, isn't it? Yeah, come on.
Do you want me to send them to you?
Yes, that would be helpful, bro, if you don't mind. Yes, found it. Bingo, because he's on the other aggregators channel. There we go. Bash, bong. There we go. Yeah, AC Milan and Napoli remain interested in Romelu Lukaku, and both clubs are working on his return to Italy. But now, Chelsea is not open to a loan. That's from Dimarzia, actually, as well. So those are the two.
Let me get you the Fabrizio tweets, because I put the Fabrizio tweets in Lewis's group chat.
Oh, I can just get it from there, actually. Give me a moment.
You got to scroll up, though.
That's all right. I'll do that in the meantime. Is it the Antonio Conte quote that you talking about? All right.
The Antonio Conte quotes.
Lovely.
The Lukaku one.
That's fine. I'll do each one. So this is the Antonio Conte on Victor Osimhen. I'm aware of the situation. I know there's an agreement with the club, so it's a different case compared to others. There's a pact between Victor and Napoli on his future, and I accepted that. Osimhen is expected to leave this summer. So clearly, Napoli's trying to make sure that the deal for him is gonna happen this season, by the way. So no matter what happens. So
I just sent you the other one.
Oh, perfect then. Lovely. Antonio Conte, Kvaratskhelia, and Di Lorenzo are key players for me. I have made this clear. I have placed an absolute veto on Di Lorenzo, Lobotka, Zambo, and Gisa, and Kvaratskhelia. So, what do you want to say in regards to obviously Lukaku? Do you think it's gonna be AC Milan?
No, he's going to Napoli, bro. He's going to Napoli, and then this is the last one.
Fair enough then.
I sent you another one. I sent you another one.
Perfect. All right. Douche. Oh, that's the one I was reading right now. Yeah, perfect. Antonio Conte and Victor Osimhen, whatever situation. I know there's an agreement with the club. So yeah, clearly Osimhen's gonna leave. The question is, they're probably gonna have to start lowering his wages as the transfer season goes on, because I think clubs are gonna be unwilling, to spend that kind of money on him unless they make player sales. And until something else happens, we'll see what happens. We have to thank Antonio Conte if we like Osimhen, by the way. It wouldn't be possible without his stupidness. Well, listen, Antonio Conte, man, still helping Chelsea. You never know, man.
I'm telling you, boys. Telling you, boys, in the chat, like I've said this entire time. Also, this Osimhen deal is looking very, very suspicious towards Chelsea. Once again, very, very suspicious. Why is he talking about Lukaku if he doesn't think he can get Lukaku?
You never know, but sometimes players, sometimes
that's his first press conference, Ahmed.
Mm-hmm.
And in Napoli, that's his first press conference as a Napoli manager, and he's talking about Lukaku. Why?
That's true. Maybe he's trying to make his thoughts clear. You know what? We know what Antonio Conte is like. Always trying to make himself nice and clear. Always trying to give his school of thoughts and opinions. But EPL Turf, they have stated that they're willing to break the release, the wage structure for certain players. They don't even believe there's a wage structure right now. So if they're willing to do that, bro, for a player, listen, I'm not here by the way.
EPL, his salary currently is only 120K. If we gave him 180 or 190 with a 30% bumper if we make Champions League, that means he would be making 250 if we made Champions League.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Napoli wanted Lukaku.
That's
they have
double
many times. Yep.
As long as you make Champions League, you make double. If you don't, you make almost 70,000 more. 70 million more than what you were making before, or 70,000 would be 70,000.
100%. Yeah, we probably have a standing 18 million bid or something, and we're just waiting for them. They're waiting for other bidders. I don't really feel like there's gonna be other bidders for him as of right now, bro. I feel like I feel like
he
Napoli
wants to come to us.
Yeah,
and Lukaku wants to go to him.
Yeah, we're like the best in the prime position. It's just that you need to hope that the directors don't cook this one up. You know what I mean? They can't cook this one up, surely. But Lukaku's Conte's guy, yep. Is Isak's wages too high? I don't think so, man. I just think the price is going to be way too high.
Yeah.
They're asking for north of 200 million. So if they're asking for north of 200 million, that's like kind of ridiculous for him, by the way. But do you want Ossie a tall lamppost? EPL Turf, you and I agree. I'm not a big fan of Osimhen personally in terms of like I feel like he still needs a bit more, he needs to be a bit more cleaning up. It needs to be I feel like it's kind of like he's almost a clear diamond. There's still some aspects to his game that need to be improved upon, in my personal opinion. But if you can get him out of the current striker market on a good price, I wouldn't mind bringing him in. I've always said that before. So again, again, he's probably the best in the market right now. It's better to get the best in the market than anything else.
He is probably the best. He is, yeah. That's
like when you're hearing John Duran, would you rather John Duran, Samuel Omaridion, Jonathan David? When you're hearing guys like that, bro, getting him in over all of those guys for me is much better. By the way, you know what I mean? He's much better. He's much better.
I disagree with you, EPL. I mean, I don't need Osimhen. I need Osimhen to score 20 goals. And that's not. I don't think that's too much to ask for.
Fair enough.
I really don't. With the type of chances that Nico Jackson was getting last year, like from getting set up by other people, like the way that Maresca's system had Jamie Vardy only averaging 22 touches, and I still think he scored around 20 goals last year. Like,
yeah, even like look at Haaland. Haaland doesn't get that many touches even in a game usually.
Yeah,
he's only. So again, it just depends on how you're gonna use him. Are you gonna use him for just being the guy that's gonna put the ball in the back of the net, or are you gonna use him to be the guy that's gonna help build up play? But if it's the guy to be using to be help to build up play, I'm not sure that he's as good as a Nico Jackson when it comes to that one. But goal scoring, putting the ball to the back of the net, 100% for sure. Yeah, he's good at that. If you build up play for him and you give him the ball in the right place at the right time, he's gonna put in the back of the net for you for sure.
I just think we need a different profile personally. Like this whole like I don't mind John Duran, but John Duran really isn't the person that I want to be putting my.
Yeah, exactly.
But EPL in all these other seasons that you're asking him to score 20 goals. You're asking in 6 seasons ago he would have been 19, by the way. Okay. And and like you're going younger and younger and younger. And he's just hit his prime recently. Like within the last 2 years, I'd say he hit his prime. And he hit 20 goals, and even last year with 3 managers, he hit like 15. So like I have faith if you give him that amount. I have faith if you give him that opportunity and have him compete with Nico Jackson, and you're not spending, in my opinion, in this case, you're only spending 75 million for him too, EPL. You're not spending 100 million.
I agree with Joel.
75 million for him. 75 plus 5 or something along the lines of that. And you're getting rid of 300,000 a week off of Lukaku wages back over to off of our wage book, like, and sending him to Napoli, sending a problem that we don't have to deal with to Napoli. And you give Napoli a good deal on Lukaku, and you take Victor and you get decent pay structure for Victor within the negotiations. And if they want to loan a young player like Cassidy over so they have midfield cover, they're more than welcome to. And there we go. We got a deal here. But I disagree with that. I disagree with that, EPO. I disagree with that. But we'll see.
For me, yeah. Listen, Conte gave me the worst season of one of the worst seasons of football of my life, which was this season. One of the worst seasons of football I've ever seen in my life. You know, I almost shut off my TV watching Chelsea football that season. I can never forgive him for that. By the way, that is unforgivable. Right. That was unforgivable. By the way. Yeah, I agree with this. Osimhen or bust. I definitely agree with that one, Joe. Returnable says
I feel like people are putting Osimhen in this box of he can't do all these things, and even you kind of said it. Like he's not going to be a part of build-up. But in the season with Spalletti, he was their build-up, bro. Like there was times where they would hoof it up to him, and he would knock it down to Zambo and Gisa or one of the midfielders, and that's how they would create the buildup. Like there was a lot of times where he was holding the ball up consistently. Now your turn. I'm sorry.
No. So someone's about to follow me. That's why I was making sure. So no, I was saying my thing of him more so than anything is his build-up play is not the best. That's what I'm saying. He can definitely build up play, but I think the level of build-up play for him, I think for me personally, he can improve upon it. I don't think it's like his strong. I don't think it's like his strong suit. You got what I mean? That's why when I was saying that's not necessarily his strong suit, but his shooting is what matters most for him. As a striker, the main thing for me that matters for you, can you put the ball into the back of the net once I get that pass from you?
Okay, so I guess my question for you is, what are you asking in build-up play for him to be better at? Like, I guess that would be the real question.
I guess for me, it's just more so, let's say if he does come in like, you know, a bit more deeper in play to get the ball right, maybe can you do something similar where he's able to drive the ball forward a bit more, you know, help the team actually get a bit more forward at times. That's the thing for me that I would also say more than anything, right?
I think that he has the capabilities of that.
That's what I'm saying. He can improve on that for sure.
Yeah, in moments and in spurts, but you don't want him like on the ball like that, right? Like that's not like what you're trying to get out of him. Like you want to make sure that you can actually get the ball up in the air to him as like someone who is a outlet, and then like, because bro, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing that bothers me the most about this whole situation with Chelsea specifically and the way that we've been built so far. Okay. I enjoy the way that it's being set up, but there's a way that you can still defend us regardless. Like the way that currently we're formulated, if you press us and you can get at the center backs and make them create their own mistakes, then you're gonna have a good game against us. You're gonna get your chances. And that's what everybody decided to do. So once we started going route A instead of going through the whole progression, and you go route A, it's a battle between Nicholas Jackson and these center backs.
Mm-hmm.
And Nicholas Jackson just isn't good enough yet at this current moment to be able to hold off some of these center backs in the Premier League.
Exactly.
Now, if you told me that you had Victor up there and you had Nico on the left, now you have two outlets. Now you have the build-up guy who you can bring in, come inside and pick up the ball. And then you have a guy who could stretch the field. You see what I'm saying? Someone who you could stretch the field and someone you could go and someone you could throw it up to if you get pressed, right? If the scenario is we're getting pressed. If it's Nico left, Victor up top, and Kukua in the middle, Palmer on the right. Now you have the ability to be able to actually build up with the three, Nico, and Kuku, and Palmer, and then you have an outlet that can stretch the field and win his one-on-ones in aerial duels.
Fair enough. You know what? I mean, you make a good point.
Is that wrong? And it doesn't even necessarily have to be Victor.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
It doesn't have to be Victor. Yeah.
It doesn't. But in my opinion, you have to have that other type of option, right?
You need to have three different optional strikers. Yeah, I agree with that.
That's my biggest thing.
Well, he did only score 20 goals once in his last 6 seasons. I think the issue, again, I understand strikers need to score goals, equal tough. The one caveat I would say is that at the end of the day, I think what matters more, I think in this modern day now, is that you have like players that can all be involved in doing something to help the team work essentially. And the striker, yes, he can score. Again, if he scores 15 goals a season for me, I'm more than happy because, again, if he scores 15 goals, my guy Palmer scoring 20 goals or 15 goals too, and my other winger scoring 20 goals, stuff like that. My guys off the bench are scoring, giving me 10 GNA, right? 10 goals and then on assist as well. So again, that's all. I don't mind that sort of thing. So listen, we move on that one as well. Osimhen won't score that. Let's trust Jackson and get him understood and challenging. The problem is, Solomon, I can hear that, but the problem is the understudies that are currently available aren't good enough. Right now, bro.
Personally, I don't like any of the options at left wing.
Exactly.
I don't like any options at left wing, bro. I would rather play
100%.
Nico over there than I would
100%.
any of the options that we're looking at.
Yeah.
I would much rather just play Nico over on the left wing than any of these Somerville or whoever the fuck you want to pull up in these ends.
If we get Desiree,
Nico, bro.
Yeah.
If Desiree is one thing. Desiree's one thing.
That's it. Other than that, I don't really. I hear you on that one. We have too many creative players. I agree with this to potentially set up a top for them not to be successful.
Dude, that's my point. The creation, and then we're even getting like the young kids that are coming in. The Esteban Paez, they're creators, bro. They're creators. And Paez is a box crasher. If you didn't see today.
Yes, I saw watching him. Yeah,
he's a box crasher. So
Lukaku and Osimhen is the same kind of box striker. No, they're not the same. I actually think Osimhen's a bit more better than Lukaku, much better than Lukaku, in my personal opinion. Yeah, everyone wasn't. I agree. Big up to Chelsea Godfather, bro. Nice to see you here, bro. Lukaku is more stationary than Osimhen. Yes, that is true. Lukaku actually does not move, by the way. This is something that I've always said. Lukaku's the movement, yeah, particularly when the ball's getting passed around. He doesn't move to allow to create like an actual gap for the actual cam to actually like get the ball to him. He wants the ball straight to feet. Like otherwise he can't do anything at all, by the way.
And he doesn't have the pace anymore to get behind anymore.
Yeah.
Where Victor does have the pace to get behind people.
Big up to Mash. I think first time I've seen you here, bro. I disagree with that point, bro. But that's my only concern about Osimhen is his injury history. But as a footballer, he's the most complete striker in the market easily. I think for me, Chelsea Godfather, I can hear that, but I think the difference is you look at Chelsea right now. I think for me, because of how sturdy and strong was of a player that Jackson has been, right? You can if we lose like Osimhen for like a month or two, we can survive. I think if you have a Jackson there, right? If you have an Nkuku there for you. If you have a Cole Palmer and Madueke, guys that can help create, and for the team. So I honestly think that's not much of an issue. Yes, Letty really took his game to another level. Plus, he really set up a lot of his teammates to have best seasons. Yes, that is true. Again, I feel like someone like Osimhen would work really well with like a Madueke, by the way, because Madueke is a 1v1. He can lay off
Palmer.
You
and
guys that can exactly. Yep. They love to cut inside.
That's what I'm saying. You exactly know what I'm saying. Guys who can cut inside and play off of a striker. You're telling me if Christopher Nkunku can play off of a hold-up man, a target guy, a big guy who can hold the ball, pass it back to him, let him soak up the pressure from other players and give it up to different people.
Big up to my guy Vic. Big up to Indian Gooner. Listen, Indian Gooner. Sign players.
Naturally, if I had the ability to ban you on this channel, I'd ban you on this channel too. It's one of my favorite hobbies.
Yeah, he's always trolling. By the way, these French players are going off the. Yeah, man. Listen, you know what I'm saying. The Europeans are taking over the NBA, man. I said this before, man. The Europeans, man. I don't know what's going on. Listen, man. Basketball's cooking the league, man. That's what I have to say, man. Well then, wish we had.
Oh my God, poor Klingon, the guy that I was hoping actually went to a good place. He ended up going to Portland. That's
he's cooked. He's cooked, man. Oh my God, Isak is over. Yeah, but again, I was really surprised when we had inquired about Isak because I was like, bro, we must know that,
bro,
that's like almost mission impossible.
With Isak was looking for a new deal. He's in talks with the new deal. What do people do when they need a new deal? They get linked with Manchester United or they get linked with Chelsea. They need a new deal. They get linked with those two teams, and then they get an extra 10,000 a week on their pay structure.
Louis ain't that guy to lead the line as a backup. If Jackson injured, he's probably going to be sent to Strasbourg, but we pay his wages. I thought that too. I think he'll probably be our third striker, by the way. I think because of the fact that obviously we're going into the gentleman that we got from Barca. I don't think he's going to Strasbourg, by the way, because they would have said so as well.
The Spurs, watch out for the Spurs next year, Ahmed. Watch out for the Spurs next year.
Who did they get? I think I'm slightly.
They got Castle. They got Stephen Castle, the guard from UConn. They're going to be nice next year, bro.
Yeah, I'm expecting to do some big stuff in the free agency, bro. They gotta get some guys in free agency for sure.
They just got their point guard of the future right there.
Him and Wemby, bro. Wemby next season is gonna be crazy. By the way, if they get him a good legitimate star from free agency,
I'm telling
he might make playoffs. He might make playoffs next season. He might actually make playing
with this guard, bro. With this guard, and it's not in this guard. He's not that young either. He's like 22, 23-ish.
Yeah, he's
like ready. So he's like ready. You know what I'm saying? But
I know what you mean. Yeah.
He's a scoring point guard next to Wemby. So Wemby don't got to carry the ball up the court every single time. He could just do his thing.
Man. Bro, I don't know if you were watching the last third of the season with Wemby.
Oh,
that guy was going. He was going OD, bro. He was actually going deep. Those Jokic matches he had with Jokic. Those matches he had with Jokic.
Yeah.
That was. I was like, yo.
We played him in San Antonio. New York. The Knicks played him in San Antonio. He went berserk.
Bro, he had a quadruple double. I remember the game where he had a quadruple double, bro.
Went crazy. And now San Antonio's on the clock. They're going to be on the clock right now again.
Yeah, these guys
are second pick. They're probably going to get a center, is my guess.
Yeah, a backup center probably would do them really good.
A backup, a center to play next to him.
Oh yeah, because then he can play power forward, isn't it? Yeah, fair enough. But guys, listen, 145 of you in here. We're 1 hour 9 minutes in. I'm 4 away from 1.4k. 4 of you subscribe, and I'm at 1.4k. So helps me out as well. Whoa, is my chat that's like paused on? Yeah. Oh, there it is. Finally, I was saying, yeah, it's just like Alvarez going nowhere, just getting more money. I actually think Alvarez just got a new deal, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't feel like I feel like with Alvarez, he probably just wants game time.
He probably got the pep. I got you, buddy. You're gonna play more on the right wing.
I do wonder for Alvarez, bro. I do wonder for Alvarez.
You're gonna play more on the wing this year.
Yeah, I think with Alvarez, bro. By the way, it's definitely interesting because I know Haaland. I don't know. Do you think Haaland's gonna be staying long term at Man City? I want to hear your take on that. I don't think so, right? So
I think it's whenever it depends on Pep, bro. It really depends.
If the rumors are to be true,
I can't say that he will, but I also think he'll go to Madrid eventually.
You know what the issue is? Yeah, I would have said he would have gone to Madrid, but the problem is because of they now got basically Mbappe. you know, in the hypothetical world, he probably would have gone Barcelona, right? If Barcelona had their, you know, stuff together.
Shit together.
Yeah, essentially, right? Look, right. If they had the stuff to, that's where he'd probably be going. But like right now, probably Man City is the best place for him to go to. So we'll see.
It's probably the best place for him to be at. You're right. Outside of Real Madrid, the city.
Exactly. Isak's overrated, low injury prone. You know, the Isak injuries, bro. I'm surprised he gets that injured. By the way, I don't know, like if it's like why he consistently gets injured, but like you know, for a player of his quality.
Think about it this way, right? Think about it this way. He's been playing professional football for a top club, like first team professional football since he was 16 years old. 16, like almost 16 or 17 years old.
Yo, okay? That's insane.
So let's put that into perspective for a second. He was at Dortmund playing at 17, 18. Like we're talking about a guy who is who has already had half of his career. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is kind of the Pedri situation, for lack of a better term.
Exactly.
He played and his knees and the way that he played. He didn't play a ton of games early on like Pedri, but the way that he was played, he kept on growing. Is the thing, because he wasn't always this tall. Like he kept on growing from when he was playing. So it's like you're talking about a guy who went from like 5'9", 5'10" in his early days of playing to 6'2", where he is right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So like it's like your knees for a player of that height aren't gonna don't last. They just don't last. No way. They play both guards, bro.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Both scoring guards. Oh my days.
You know, the thing is, Hartstein, by the way, is going to be available in free agency because I know you guys are not. I don't think you guys are going to be able to pay him.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to pay him. But he may be able to take a pay cut to stay in New York. Would you rather take a pay cut, stay in New York, or go to Oklahoma?
Nah, you know, but the thing is, Oklahoma's team, bro. I can't lie. They flee Chicago, by the way. I don't know if you saw Chicago. Actually, yeah, they're run so badly, by the way. How did they let Caruso and Thingy as a direct swap? Do you know how crazy that is, by the way? They got offered, by the way, 2 first-round picks apparently mid-season. They got offered 2 first-round picks for him and the player last season. That's the nah, man. That is crazy. I actually think Oklahoma is better. I would actually argue because you probably can get paid and you'll be in a contending team just like the Knicks. Ahmed Alvarez isn't that good. I mean, he is good, but not in the same category. I hear you, bro, but I feel like in the modern day, your strikers don't need to be at that level. Ironically, you don't need strikers to be at the level as far as RVP, Rooney, Torres, or Aguero to winning leagues. You actually don't need them.
You do to beat City. You do.
The thing is, I think if your wingers are good enough, and then your cam is good enough, and as long as
not this City.
I don't. Maybe not. We'll agree to disagree on that one.
Why? Wait. You can't just agree to disagree there.
I honestly believe that. I believe that, bro.
You can, what we had? There's no team that's done it against Holland.
But then again, there's always that team that can do it, bro.
No, there's not. When you have a consistent goal scorer, this is what happens. This is what happens
this season.
When you have a striker, bro. You don't have the blips. You don't have these blips that are gonna hold you back from winning it all. You just don't. Like here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Like we're talking about like Arsenal, right? Yeah. Like with Arsenal, like their wingers are good. You think those 2 wingers are gonna be able to get them over the line?
No.
Okay.
No.
Look, it's never enough. The 2 wingers are never enough because
I'm saying, but Jerry, the point I was making.
No,
but Jerry, the point I was making, as long as your striker can score you 15 goals, in my personal, if your striker goes between 15 to 20 goals, right, which Alvarez can do, and then your wingers do what they can do, I think that's more than enough to be
When
seen.
has Alvarez scored a 20 goals?
I feel like again he's had Haaland that's basically been in front of the vast majority of the time. That's the point I'm trying to make. I think with him he can score 50 to 20 goals. Do you not think
when
so?
has he done that?
He hasn't done it yet but we know why he hasn't done it. You know, but you know, if I'm going by your logic, which is as of right now, no, he hasn't done it.
If he scores 20 goals, I'm happy, bro. Like I'm not gonna say if we get Alvarez, he scores those 20 goals, I'm gonna be unhappy.
Arsenal literally won it with Havertz, but they were just a bad decision giving away at Newcastle from doing it. No, do you know what it is, Mike Ross? It wasn't the stat though. There was like big chances that they had missed, such as with against
Villa.
The Aston Villa game was the key one. Like that's when you need
against Newcastle.
Newcastle, as you speak.
I mean, they missed chances in that game, Mike. It's not just that they missed chances in that game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not just they like there's plenty they missed. You need a goal scorer, regardless. Eventually it comes back to haunt you. Like your wingers can only be so good. Eventually it comes back to haunt you, bro. 100%. If you don't have a goal scorer. It's just plain and simple.
Oh.
That's why City got beat by Liverpool, because Liverpool's front three was scoring more goals than theirs was, and they didn't have a goal scorer.
Grizzlies selected Edie. That's interesting.
The Grizzlies selected Edie?
Yeah, they did.
Let's go. Get him out of the way. I don't want to see Edie.
Who did he have in that position? I have to check later. But I mean, that's an interesting pick, I have to say. But yeah, at the end of the day, guys, I think I'm just gonna call it here because I've done. Listen, this is more than enough Chelsea news for today. But listen, tomorrow, same time between 10:30 to 11 p.m. No, 11 p.m. I've actually got. Well, at 1 a.m. again, it'll probably be because I've got the stream. It'll be either midnight or 1 a.m. It'll be 1 a.m. I think. After literally going after Judge Mo, because I'm going to be on there as I usually am to talk about Rivals Rumble, where they just like to chat shit about Chelsea and then I just spin it on Arsenal all the time. Just talk about how they have no mentality. You know what I mean? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But you guys know who I am. I've been your host, Mr. Bridge 258. Next to me, of course, is my good friend Joey. I've literally, by the way, give me a moment. Let me just do. Actually, let me do this. Open a new tab. And then
I have it in the private chat.
That's what I'm doing right now. 1 second. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show them literally. Copy link address. So I've put literally, I put it literally in the chat. His channel's in the chat, and at the same time, I am going to share it for you too, which is Bish Bash and Bong. This is Joey's channel. Make sure to subscribe, right? Just like I've done. Let's make sure. Listen, there's more than 125 of you here. Let's make sure to get to 300 subscribers. Okay. If all of you do subscribe,
give me the 200. I'll be happy at 200. Give me the 200 subscribers.
No problem, man. Listen,
30 people.
That's fine. And guys, I am literally only 2 away from 1.4K. So as you're heading out, please make sure to subscribe. Literally away from 1.4K, which is kind of crazy because only 3 weeks ago I was only on like 1,100 subscribers. So it's kind of crazy how crazy it's been for me the last 3 weeks. But again, much appreciated as always. You guys know who I am. I've been your host, the Mr. Bridge 258. Make sure to tune again tomorrow at 1 a.m. UK time. And we are out.